people who are in a state of invasion.
Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. My name, Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer extraordinaire, practicing immigration law and only immigration law in all 50 states around the world, out of our offices in St. Louis, Missouri, Washington, D.C., San Diego, California, and Chicago, Illinois. Today I'm coming to you live from the beautiful campus of Boston College. My daughter Nora is here for a softball camp. Amani and I just had lunch. Amani had a lobster roll here in Boston. She had much fun. We are 4 episodes away from 900 episodes. I guess that means this week we'll hit episode 900. I'm doing a show today because I won't be doing a show on Tuesday, as I will be leaving Boston to go to Orlando, Florida. I'm going to hear from a guy named John Maxwell and a bunch of other people. It's just like a one-day leadership kick in the ass, and I sort of feel like I need that, so I'm excited about that. So tomorrow, Amani and Noor will fly back to St. Louis, and I will fly back to St. Louis, or to Orlando. So how are you guys doing? How's your weekend? What's going on in your neck of the woods? We're going to do a show tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Central. 4:30 p.m. Central. That'll be episode 897. Going above and beyond is my good friend Huli. She's here today on a Sunday, if you can believe that. We're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. If you want to ask me a question, you got to go over onto YouTube, and that's where you can get in the chat room, the green room, talk to Huli, and then get into the waiting room to talk to me. I see that a lot of our friends are here. I just want to give a few shout outs to everybody who's here. Edna and Tyrone are both happy to be here. Edna says, "You are a lifesaver. Immigration is beyond paperwork. It's people's lives." Well, I think that's true. That's why I chose this field. I was a maritime lawyer fighting over damage to barges and damages to guys that worked on barges, and it wasn't very fulfilling. So that's why I decided to do immigration only back in 2012 and to do immigration at all back in 2008. Arlene is here. Huli saying hello to everybody. Hope is here. Hello, Hope. Hope sending kisses. Hi, everyone from GNGUET. We got Swanky City Nails and Aesthetics, Kaur and Singh. We got to love that. We got Maggie here. Erica. Daisy says hi, everyone. Big ups to all the Yardies. Hello, Maggie. Sean, a.k.a. John, is here. Got Sonia. Omaru's checking in from Yuma, Arizona. Swanky says, "Immigration Answer Show is an excellent way to get your day started." Well, how about that? Oh, there's the bell for 3 o'clock. Who's late for school? Ha, ha, ha. Aren't you guys glad you're not in school anymore? I am glad I'm not in school anymore. Dawood says, "Happy Sunday." Hello. Marine's asking for statistics on recent immigration case interviews. If you're asking how many are getting interviews, I would say close to 100. Ole says, "Ahoy, family, checking in from Baltimore." We got to love that. Rosalind's giving Sunday blessings to everybody. Dawood wants to know how to ask questions. You got to click on the link and get in the waiting room. Talk to Huli, and then you're on. Happy Sunday, Mr. Jim from Soledad. Thank you, Soledad. Phoenix is also giving big ups to all the Yardies as usual. Hello, Phoenix. Raphael's checking in from Tampa. I won't be far from you, Raphael. I'll be in Orlando. I guess it is a little far from Tampa. We got Sedalia, Missouri in the house. Sunita says hello. Charles says hello. Enjoy Boston. Thank you. Francis asked how I'm doing. I'm doing pretty well, I would say. It's been a nice weekend, a little stressful in Trumplandia. Lots to worry about. I wake up thinking about you guys and about immigration just about every day. So that can be stressful. Kenny says, "One love, big ups." I appreciate that. Kit's Hut says hello. We're Los Pollos Hermanos, my favorite chicken restaurant, says, "How are the military parole and place approvals going, sir?" We were just talking about this in the office the other day. I think they might be on pause. I don't know. I got James in the UK. I got Silver Spring, Maryland. Hello. I've been to Silver Spring. That was a fun place to visit. Sarai says they went to the Missouri State Fair in Sedalia. We're going to go to the Minnesota State Fair next weekend in St. Paul. We got Los Angeles, New York City. Look at that, coast to coast like butter and toast. I got St. Cloud, Minnesota. Yellow James, hello. We got everybody. James is saying thank you. Yeah, the bell is earlier, but I think I'd go with the church bell over Apple time. I don't know what's going on. Charles from Birmingham. I got who else? One love from Young Gal Can Cook. Got another one from Missouri. Got Gustavo saying hello. Sarai's gonna have some tea. Adriana says hello from Virginia, and there we go. Let's get this party started and talk to Fusso Fighter. Hello. Hello, Fusso Fighter.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Not bad, Jim. Hey, first of all, I would like to thank you for the job that you're doing.
My pleasure.
If I tell you this, that just watching your videos in 2019 and 2017, you saved me. And it's a service that I didn't even pay for.
It's great.
Yeah.
That makes me very happy.
Yeah. Jim, I have a problem.
Okay.
Um, the case is I-175. So I came here from Africa on a B2, B1 visa.
Yeah.
That was in 2017. So in 2017, 2018, I found somebody. I got married to this person, and we we did all the marriage thing in 2019, and I got my green card, my conditional green card in I think in 2020, the beginning of 2020. That was February.
Did you have an
Yes,
interview?
yes, sir. We went for an interview, and the interview went well. Of course, there was a law um, a law company that I used in Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, Skoda Avanti, they were very good people. And from that time, the the real marriage now started.
The what? The what? Real marriage started?
Yeah, the real marriage, like we were living together and we started knowing each other like that, and things went south. This lady just became so controlling, and it's whereby I was working so much because at that time I was working for Amazon and I had maybe two, three jobs. And every time you get paid, you sit down, you'll be like, okay, how are we going to be saving? Of course, I was living in a house, and my plan was we wanted to save and get another house. So we sat down with her, how are we going to be saving? But the problem was she was always controlling, no, this money, we have to do this, that. And that's where the dispute started. The dispute started, there was some infidelity in the marriage. And finally, I decided to travel back to Africa just to visit my parents. So when I went there, I stayed, I think 46 days.
Okay.
And as I came back, I landed at O'Hare International Airport in the morning, and I gave them my documents. They went through them, and then they had to take me to the usual office, separate office. So I was questioned there, I think from 7:55 in the morning to 16 hours, 4 o'clock somewhere there. That's when they had
16
to let me
hours.
go.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, 16 hours in Africa, we usually say 16 hours, which is 4 o'clock somewhere there.
Yeah.
So they had to,
Oh, I gotcha.
yeah. So they had to let me. That was in 2020.
Did they
I
let you back
think,
in?
yeah, they let me back. I think one of the supervisors, I think, was changing the shift and came and said, there's no reason why you are holding him. If he's got his green card, he's got his passport, he doesn't have any crime, just let him go, give him the documents. So
That's
that's how
good.
they gave me the documents.
Yeah.
So I left. So upon arrival, I left the airport. I came home. Upon arrival, I found that she locked the house and she didn't want me to go inside the house. So I left the house. I went to my friends where I crashed a little bit for some days. Then I found my own apartment. A month later, I received a divorce letter into the mail and a summon actually. So I had to find another lawyer in Michigan. So she helped me until the divorce process was over. Then this lady, when we were doing that, she couldn't let me go into the house, maybe get anything. I didn't get any documents. I just left. The only documents I had was my passport and my green card, the things that I traveled with home. So the time now came to do the removal of conditions on the green card. So I went back to the same lawyer that helped me, and she was like, "No, I would have loved to help you, but since you and her, you are my clients, it will be like a conflict of interest." Instead, I can refer you to somebody else who can help me, who can help you out. So that's how she referred me to somebody else within Michigan. And this man managed to file all the documents, this
Yep.
time as divorced. Then I received a letter that they received the documents. Then later on, they sent me an extension. That was in 2022. I think so,
Okay.
2020, 2021.
Yep.
An extension for 24 months. So that case has been just hanging like that. Then the 24 months elapsed. I even lost my green card because of shifting. And I went back. I told my lawyer, he was like, okay, fine. Can we ask for an extension? So they sent me another letter, which was for, I think, for 1 year. And they sent me a small card that had, I think, my portrait. It was written, I think, underneath to be a CPB something, and there was a letter again that was sent, like allowing me to work and travel. And the same period I wanted to travel to Africa. Then I think that's when the government changed. The new man came in, and the first video I watched on TikTok was you telling people, don't travel.
That sounds like me.
Don't do not travel. If you're a green card holder, you do not travel. So I went back
Especially,
actually.
especially you with a complicated green card history and
Yeah,
secondary inspection and a wife that locked you out.
yeah. So I told myself, I was like, first I told my parents back home, I was like, I think I won't come because things they don't look well here. I would rather hang around and see what goes on. Then later on, I kept on watching your videos until you would see people in the comments would say, "Oh yeah, I just traveled, I came back, just traveled." Then I remember where I come from. There is a saying that goes like, "If your day has not arrived, do not follow the other person's day, because it won't be your day; it will be a bad day." So I just told myself, fine, I am not going to travel. So from that time, I have stayed up to now. I haven't heard from the immigration. It has been pending, and with the little supporting documents that I had, that's what we filed. Now my question was, in this case, what can I do? And since I didn't have any proof and a lot of proof, like we never used to file together for the tax returns, but these other bills we used to do together. Yeah, bills we used to do together. We had the same bank account. Up to now, that I think that account is still there. And my worry was like, in case they call me for an interview, what should I do?
Jim, you're muted.
Thanks, Willie. Sorry about that. I was muted. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So thank you for the questions. Good stuff. I think I have some questions. So when you married her, you were out of status, right?
I was, yes, I was out of status.
And what country are you from?
I'm from Zambia.
And were you ever married back home in Zambia?
Yes, I was once married and we divorced.
When you got your visit visa to the United States, were you married or were you divorced?
I was divorced.
So when you applied for your visit visa, you said on your visa application that you were
Yes,
divorced.
sir.
When you and your wife had your green card interview, did they separate you or did they do you together?
No, we did together. They didn't separate us. We were together. Actually, if I remember very well, I was that day. It was so funny. We were driving from Grand Rapids because I was staying in Grand Rapids. We were driving to
Yeah.
Detroit, As she was driving, she was the one who was driving because at that time I didn't have a driver's license. Then I had the phone and the YouTube. I was just watching your interview.
Um,
Yeah.
if she if USCIS knocked on her door tomorrow
Yes.
and said, "Hey, what's the deal with Fuso Fighter? What's the deal with your marriage? Was it real? Is he a good guy? Why do we have so little evidence? Why did he submit so little evidence in support of his 751?" What would she say?
Well, I think she would say something. She would agree that I was with her and I used to live with her. But I know maybe she would want to say something like, no, he was a very bad guy. He never used to support me in terms of finances or that, something like that. Or he used to be a cheat. He would lie, whatever, or something. Because I
Yeah,
remember
you said there was infidelity in the marriage. Did you mean her or you?
on her side, actually.
Do you have proof of that?
Just some text message because she started going to Canada on every when once she gets paid, she would go to Canada. So there was a man that she used to see there in Canada,
Mm.
and because I couldn't travel, I couldn't go with her at that time. And later on, after the the dispute got tense, this man one time contacted me, texting me, "I'll have you deported." Like a lot of words, like
Yeah, but
threatening.
that's fine. But what about did you submit that to USCIS?
No, 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 no. That was just recently, up to now.
Okay. And but what about infidelity? Like, do you have proof that she cheated on you?
Not really. I can't say I have proof because it's whereby she used to hold on to her phone so much.
So you
And
don't know for sure. You don't know for sure that she cheated on you.
yes, sir.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Um, so I think this is a tough case, and I think what about so you said something too that caught my ear. One was Grand Rapids. So you
Yeah.
guys were living apart.
No, no, no. We used to live in the same house.
Okay.
Yes.
I think this is a tough case. Did you? So tell me everything that you and your attorney submitted. I mean, I can do it a different way. Did you and your attorney submit a long affidavit from you telling your story like you just did here on the show?
Yes, sir. We did, and my attorney told me to find people like five who
Yeah.
knew
Good.
me, so that they can write something about me that they know and knew our marriage. Of
Okay.
which I did that.
How detailed
I
were those statements? Like, were they people that really knew you both really well?
Yes, sir, in the community.
Well, I think they're going to come knock on her door here at some point when they decide to work on your case.
Wow, that's so scary somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they'll haul you in for an interview and sort of beat you up because you were out of status. You went back to Africa shortly after getting your green card. You didn't have a long history with her after you got your green card, and you said you don't have a lot of evidence, a lot of new evidence since you got the green card that the marriage was ongoing. So I think this is a very tough case.
Wow. Is there an advice that you can help me what I can do in case this this pops
Well,
up?
well, the one thing I would do is, even though you think she doesn't like you,
Yeah.
I would still have my attorney go after her and ask her if she'd be willing to sign some kind of a statement that said it was real.
Mhm.
If you're 100% sure she won't, then maybe I wouldn't do that. But and I guess if she's threatening to deport you, we sort of know the answer, so maybe not. But um, I I think that your attorney did a pretty good job. I think you might want to develop some more evidence if you get a marriage of her trying to threaten you. But
Mhm.
that sort of cuts both ways because in their mind, they're like, yeah, 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 she should try to deport him because he's a shitbird and he was out of status and he married her just to get a green card. So I think it's a tough case.
Yeah.
All right, well, let us know. Good luck, my friend.
I think what I would do somehow again, I would want to um I don't know how I can request for a private interview with you. I know it might cost me.
No, I don't do those. That's the whole point of the show. So the only reason lawyers in our office talk to people is
Okay.
if they want to hire us. So you decided to hire somebody else instead of hiring me, so you're sort of stuck with that one.
I know. I think the time that I was doing the hiring, it was whereby I didn't know so much about all this, how
Yeah,
it goes
fine.
down there.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
good. All right, good
yeah.
luck, my friend. Thank you.
Oh, all right, thanks, Jim.
Bye
Appreciate it.
bye. Yep. All right, that didn't sound like much fun, did it? No, it didn't. All right, let's go to 601 45 Denial Nightmare. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, this doesn't sound good, my friend. What's up? Tell me the story.
How far back do you want me to go?
When you went to the embassy to get a visa.
So she applied for a B2 visa in 8/27/2012. She entered the US on the B2 visa on 9/13/2012.
Hey, let's just do months and years. I don't want to do anything too identifying. If you give all the dates, it might be identifying. So let's just do months and years, or even just years.
Then she overstayed a B2 visa.
Okay.
Along the way, unfortunately, there was an issue with the kids arrived afterwards, about a month later, after she came. Unfortunately, a few years later, there was an issue with the eldest daughter, which led to a U visa application. That was filed in December 2016. And then October 21, she received a letter saying that she had a bona fide determination on a U visa, and she received an EAD card that's valid up till 9/30/2025. That U visa was granted 12/6/24. Now, I'll let you know, give me all this information. U visa was granted 12/6/24 to the daughter that had the unfortunate incident. Met my wife and married her January 2021.
Yep.
We filed an I-130 on the same month. That was approved December 2021. Filed a 485. Sorry?
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm a naturalized U.S. citizen from South Africa.
Yeah.
Naturalized through an employer. I came in on a L1 visa.
Great.
Yep. File 45, February 21. And then the green card process has pretty much been, after the approval for the 130, it's pretty much been set to interview, ready to schedule an interview right up to earlier this year when we filed a mandamus lawsuit with another attorney to move the process along. And that was around January. Then around March, we got interview notice to attend an interview, which was on in May, end of May 2025. Didn't go well.
Okay.
I was very emotional during the course. We did speak to an attorney beforehand because I've been watching your videos to try and prep me, and then we also spoke to an attorney. And sorry, go ahead.
You didn't bring an attorney.
We didn't take an attorney. The attorney didn't think it was necessary for us to bring to go with us. The attorney did give us some thoughts around doing an errata sheet, so we did an errata sheet. Officer didn't even want to listen to the errata sheet. He just said, don't worry about it. We'll continue as we go through the interview. So we didn't end up handing him the errata sheet. The attorney basically said she didn't think it was necessary, and that we should be fine if we give the errata sheet. We weren't.
Can we pause? Can we pause for a second? Can we pause for a second so I can ask a couple questions?
Sure.
When you went into the green card interview, the I-130 had already been approved?
Yes.
So they approved of the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And your spouse and the kids all entered on B1, B2?
Yes.
How many kids came on B1, B2s after their mom came?
2 kids. But 2 kids.
Okay. All right. So tell me everything that happened at the green card interview from when you got there till it was over.
So the gentleman came in and he basically indicated he saw my wife was foreign, Latino, and then he said, if she's more comfortable speaking Spanish, then he's okay with that. She's actually Portuguese. She's not Spanish, but she's trilingual. She understands Spanish really well. And then she was very nervous throughout.
Why was she nervous?
Because of everything that's going on with Trump and going on with the borders and stuff, and then what made it worse is when we were sitting and waiting in the waiting room, there was a picture of Trump and Christine Noem right in front of her, and then I don't know, I think it just messed with her a little in a headspace.
They do that on purpose. Yeah, they do that on purpose.
And then when she went in, she was basically saying, that she was doing things that we hadn't practiced and saying things that we hadn't practiced. Like she was saying, she was asking, do you want the whole story, the whole long story, or just like obviously the interview officer, he wants the full story, everything. And then she started saying a lot of things that got me just saying, oh no, this is not great.
Like what?
Like she was having issues at work, even though she still had work. She was looking for a change before she came in, and that just got my flags up all over the place. And there's absolutely nothing I could do when she was saying all of that.
She's just talking. She's talking too much.
Exactly, and I think it's because she was nervous, and it's exactly the opposite of what we did. The one thing that we weren't, what we prepared for, one thing that we weren't prepared for was the interviews around her initial B1, B2 visa.
So tell me about that. What did they want to know about that?
He basically asked a whole lot of questions, like about her intention and what she said in the interview. And she said she was coming to visit Disneyland. He asked, did you guys actually end up going to Disneyland? That she mentioned when she came, there was an issue with her husband where she found out he was cheating on her, and then it basically changed the purpose of it.
So just to be clear, when she got her visit visa to the United States, she was married.
Yes.
To someone other than you.
Yes.
And did you notice that when you first started this call with me, you said, Jim, where do I want to start? Where do you want me to start? And I said, tell me about getting the visa at the embassy. That's what happened to her is what's going to happen to everybody. They're going all the way back, and they're trying to match whether the reasons you said you were coming is what you ended up doing. Because like sometimes, I don't know if you knew your wife yet or not when she got her visit visa, but sometimes people say, oh, I'm going to Disney World, and then they have their future husband pick them up at the airport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I didn't know at the time. And I think the sticking point in the interview that basically caused the NOID and the willful misrepresentation, because she was able to speak around the fact that they didn't go to Disneyland. It wasn't immediately because of the change in circumstance. But the sticking point was that she, on her visitor's visa application form, she said she didn't have any relatives in the U.S. and she had a sister in the U.S. And when she walked into the interview, she basically was saying that she had come to the U.S. to, apart from going to Disneyland and wanted to go to Disneyland, she'd come to the U.S. to help her sister who had overstayed a visa. She'd come to the U.S. to help her sister who was pregnant at the time, to help her with a pregnancy. So yeah, that's exactly how I felt during the interview, as you can imagine, because I was just, oh no, I mean, we weren't prepped for that part of the interview, and I wish I could have anticipated what was coming so that we could have basically, so the willful misrepresentation was that she didn't declare that she had a relative in the US, and she unfortunately said in the interview that here's the thing, she didn't complete this documentation when for the visa interview. Her sister did it because she didn't understand English at the time. My wife, she was speaking in Portuguese, and so she was basically listening to everything her sister was telling her on what to do and what not to do. Her sister completed the paperwork and helped with the whole process. Which
her sister, just for the record, did you guys tell the officer that?
Not all of that necessarily, but no, we didn't tell them all of that. We told her one waiver we did, yes.
In USCIS's mindset, she's taking advice and getting form filling out by someone who already broke the law and didn't leave on time. So it's almost like she taught her what to do.
Yeah. So yeah,
This is not good.
yeah, it's
And
I knew
they
it
went
immediately.
they went with the they went with the clean misrep. You know, they don't have to get in all the intent and all that other stuff. It's just an easy misrep because she said she had no. Actually, her sister, the one who's filling out the forms, was in the United States when she filled out the forms and lied about the fact that she didn't have any relatives in the United States. The
Yeah.
sister who filled out the forms about herself. So that's an easy
Yeah.
misrep. Okay. So then you work on the waiver. So tell me about the waiver. What's the hardship?
Well, we put financial hardship, and we put just based on us sharing expenses and
That's
the
not going to cut it.
the amount of expenses.
That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. Every immigrant who gets separated from their spouse has economic hardships based on finances. That's not hardship.
Well, no, there was other things as well. There was the other things were just some medical issues that I've had because I had some challenges growing up. Had some
Okay.
challenges with my prior wife that I'm still dealing with. That involves separation. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. You told me how you got your green card. Sorry. Go ahead. Okay. So
Yeah.
then what? So the waiver is on file or what?
Sorry, what was that?
The waiver is on file.
The waiver's been filed, and we just got denial notices on 8/15 for both the waiver and the 485. And the denial was for a failure to establish extreme hardship. The one gift that USCIS did give us is they went into a lot of detail on the denial for the waiver, and so that gives my attorney at least the opportunity to be able to attack all of that. So my attorney reviewed both the 601 and the 485 waiver. It's a different attorney from the one that helped us with the interview prep, by the way. And this was an attorney that. Sorry, go ahead.
Did you say an attorney reviewed your waiver or filed or drafted your waiver?
Attorney drafted the waiver and helped us to put together the waiver and submitted the waiver on my behalf. On our behalf, sorry. I did actually reach out to your team as well before when I was looking for an attorney, by the way, and I did an intake call, and I think the guy for the intake said, it doesn't sound like we have a strong case, but you can help us anyway. So then when I was doing research, I went with an attorney that seemed to have a lot of experience with 601 waivers, and that's the reason
it wasn't going to work. I mean, we turned it down for a reason. We turned it down because
well, actually, you guys didn't turn it down. You guys said you think it's not a strong case, but you guys are willing to help with it. So you didn't actually turn it down. Okay. I decided to go with another attorney that seemed to have a lot of experience with this type of cases, and
okay, good.
That was the reason I didn't end up going with you guys. Sorry.
No worries. So where do things stand now?
So my attorney is busy working on a legal brief to file a motion to reconsider. He's reviewed the 601 and the 485, and he basically says there's some things that they blatantly ignored in the 601, and so he doesn't think it's the strongest case for a motion to reconsider, but he does think that it does have a chance, and so he's preparing a legal brief to put together 290 to respond to the denials. Now, the reason I was talking about the U visa process at the start of this call was because obviously my wife's EAD that she got from the green card process expires within 18 days of the date. So basically she has like another week left. But she does have this other EAD card that's from the U visa process. My daughter, actually stepdaughter, sorry, I refer to her as my daughter even though she's my stepdaughter. Sure. She had a U visa granted on December 6th last year, December 2024. And so we reached out to some attorneys and said, hey, can we go ahead and use this EAD card that's still valid? Because we were told by an attorney that prepared the U visa that, actually I wasn't told, they were told, because I didn't know my wife at the time, that when she gets married, that the U visa process falls away, but apparently it didn't fall away. It's just been gestating in the background with the bona fide letter that we got in 2021. So my wife has the U visa EAD card, which isn't affected by the denial directly. And so we talked to some attorneys to ask, does it make sense to apply for a renewal of that EAD card? So we submitted the renewal. Fingers crossed that we get back a notice saying they received it, they're processing it. and it gives her a little more time to work. Hopefully, that's the hope.
Right.
So we can start dealing and start planning for worst case. We're expecting quite likely that the U visa would, even though she got a bona fide determination, we're expecting that the U visa will not get issued. That it will get, the derivative U visa, for my wife will get denied based on her being rendered inadmissible. That's what we're expecting. So we're essentially just trying to buy time to get her to work in the U.S. for as far as possible, so we can see how we resolve things. Mike, the question I had for you, I'm sorry, it took me a while to get there. Was that I've been doing some research on other attorneys other than my attorney that's been working on this, just to see, do we, if the 601 motion to reconsider is unsuccessful, what our options might be from there. And this one thing that I read, and then something I read from some other attorneys. One thing that I read online was something called an I-192, where you can ask for a U visa applicant can ask for a forgiveness of a willful misrepresentation. And what I noticed when I looked back at the paperwork that we'd received from USCIS, an I-192 form was filed as part of the U visa process. So I'm not sure if it's worth it for us to even look down that path at all. And then the other thing that I wanted to ask about, and I apologize for multiple questions. I promise it's only one more. Is that questioning the material misrepresentation and whether it actually was a material misrepresentation? Because I actually was doing some research about an attorney that's based in the area that I'm in, not too far away, that apparently had success with this. So I don't know what your thoughts are. Those are my two questions.
Well, I'm no U visa expert, and I've certainly never done one as complex as yours where there's a misrep. So I don't know the answer to that question. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a forgiveness for misreps for U visa applicants. That wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know that for sure. I'll take your word for that, but I can't give you much advice on that just because we don't handle those.
Okay.
What about the possibility of like them starting to put her in deportation now? Like they don't have to wait for her. Right?
They don't. She's definitely at risk because U visa applicants, the protections against them from deportation were removed under the Biden administration last year.
Right.
So basically, I was surprised initially that the 485 denial didn't indicate that she has to leave the U.S. within 33 days.
Yeah.
It didn't say that, and then the only reason that the U visa came up at all is because on the 601 denial, they put a statement in there saying that the record indicates that she has a pending U visa that has a bona fide determination. So that's the only reason that I actually even looked into that at all, and because we actually thought that it had fallen away. Because every time we put the case number into USCIS case status, it says incorrect case number. But then again, it does the same for my daughter's U visa case that actually was approved.
Right.
So that's the reason I talked to an attorney to ask about all of these.
At the end of the day, if you're asking me, do I think that she's going to be able to stay here and get a green card in the United States? I think in the next 3 years, the chances of that are extremely unlikely.
I know, and we're actually planning for that as best we can. Unfortunately, she can't go back to her home country because she doesn't have any semblance of support there. And so I'm making a trip back to my home country in 1.5 months' time, and I'm going to start trying to prepare for her to be able to be received there. And I'm preparing for worst case, basically.
My friend David in the comments always gives good counsel, and he's wondering how strong of a waiver case you actually filed. Do you feel like, on a scale of 1 to 10, you've probably read it multiple times, you've read the denial, how strong of a waiver case do you think was actually filed?
I don't have a method of assessing that. The attorney, what he responded when he read the denial, he said that it seems like they placed more emphasis on physical ailments compared to like psychological ailments, because I have had some challenges, and I've been in therapy since like 2016 to deal with those challenges. I did have a clinical psychologist that did an evaluation of me for the 601 waiver, and that's where a lot of the stuff that a lot of the details relating to my situation in my life came up. I mean, unfortunately, there still is reason. So, with regards to that, the attorney says that they seem to just ignore everything relating to psychological impacts and psychological hardship. And so, with regards to how strong it is, I don't have ongoing physical ailments. I am at high risk for heart problems because of history in my family. But and I did have a pulmonary edema issue several years ago, but I'm not taking ongoing medication. So, with regards to that, it's not strong enough from a physical ailment perspective. From a financial hardship perspective, my attorney says, yeah, he thinks that that the case officer was biased against us because of my income, and our combined income was too high. Even though it doesn't feel like that with the expenses we're dealing with that are fixed.
Sure.
The interesting thing is, on the denial notice, they only focus on one expense, and that's the mortgage. They didn't focus on any of the other living expenses that we are not able to avoid. And so that's not even like property taxes. And they basically said, they think I can comfortably live with a lesser form of without her income because I'm able to pay my mortgage. Not even talking about the other fixed expenses that we have that we can't avoid. But yeah, sorry, I'm sorry. That was just me.
No, I appreciate all that. No, I'm sorry that you're going through this. It doesn't. I mean, this sounds like what we're dealing with. This is our new normal with the Trump administration and how they're treating immigrants. So I'm sorry. I think this has just become a really, really hard case.
Yeah.
Good luck, my friend. Keep me posted, okay?
Thanks. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for the call. Sorry I couldn't be more help.
No worries. I appreciate it. It's good to try and get a different perspective if I can on these type of things. And I mean, we haven't exhausted all avenues yet. I mean, we'll hopefully hear good things about the motion to reconsider. Given the current administration, we're not hopeful, but we'll just we'll hope for the best and plan for the worst, and then hope for good things with regards to the EAD authorization. If nothing else, till the U visa determination comes in, the U visa, hopefully my wife can work and we can save some money to be able to plan for worst case.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
All right. That was a tough one. Haven't had some good cases. I mean, interesting cases, just sad cases. We're gonna go to Sunshine here in a minute. David said the way he's describing it, it seems like he submitted a weak waiver case. I think that's right. It didn't seem overly compelling to me. Sunshine is here. Hello, Sunshine.
Hello. Thank you so much for taking my question.
Sure.
So I am my husband came to the U.S. on a F1 visa.
Okay.
And he applied for asylum within the first year.
Okay.
And he was referred to the immigration court.
Yep.
While in removal, like we met and dated for about a year before getting married.
Okay.
And we're still happily married. So after getting married, I applied for the I-130 and included a sworn declaration explaining the development of our relationship and declaring that the marriage is based on love despite him being in removal proceedings.
Awesome. Good job, kid. Then what?
Thank you. I also included some bona fide marriage evidence about, our relationship and everything like that. But
Yep.
I did not have a formal written exemption request wording.
Yeah.
But the I-130 was still approved without an interview within a year, so that was good. We then applied for a joint motion to terminate the removal proceedings with DHS.
Good.
And it was granted by the judge, which was good.
Is this all you without a lawyer or with a lawyer?
No, we did have the assistance of a lawyer.
For all of it?
For all of this, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So motion to terminate granted.
Yes. So we're now at the, then we had the I-485 interview, and that went well. We got approved. My husband, has his green card and everything. Still very happily married, purchased a home, everything together. So now my husband's getting ready to apply under the 3-year rule for his naturalization, the N-400. We're just concerned, will the absence of a written formal exemption request cause any issues when applying for the N-400? Given the current immigration climate, I just want to, understand if we're looking at any issues, given that I didn't have like the exact wording of like exemption request.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. And the other thing is, I want to ask, for the N-400, like, if you like, in your opinion, if there isn't any issues, like, do you think we could just apply by ourselves, or should we still utilize an attorney?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that question, because I meant to say after that last caller, did you hear the last caller?
Yes, I did.
And did you hear how they had an attorney on standby, and the attorney said, yeah, you guys just go ahead and go to the interview?
Yeah.
So my wife and I were at lunch today, and she actually did something she never does. She sort of pounded her hand on the table a little bit and said, I'm prepared to say that no immigrant should go to any immigration interview without a lawyer. And I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
if we're not there yet, we're there soon. Now,
Yeah.
you do have to make. I think you could argue that you made the proper good faith marriage exemption request. You don't have.
Yeah.
You don't have. There's not a specific form you have to fill out. I would argue that you did everything you were supposed to. I would say
Yeah.
the chances of this coming up are very, 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 very low.
Okay.
And if they tried that stuff, and I were your husband's lawyer, or if I were your husband, and they
Yeah.
tried that, I would sue them and fight it out in federal court. I don't think a judge is going to go along with that.
Yeah,
They had a
I think
problem.
so too. Can I just say one more thing? On the I-130, we did check the box that he was in removal. So, like, I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, it was fully disclosed. So if
Yeah.
I think you've covered your bases, and if they had a
Okay.
problem with your request for the waiver, I think they waived it, and they didn't send you a notice of intent to deny or request for evidence. And when they approved your I-130 and when they terminated your removal proceedings, I think they'd have a really hard time sticking them
Yeah.
with that now.
Yeah. Yeah. And for the 130, we didn't have an interview. It was just approved, but we did have the interview for the I-485.
Awesome. I think you're fine, Sunshine.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking my question.
Yeah, good luck. If you need help with citizenship, let us know, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. That was Sunshine. That was an interesting call. What's going on TikTok? Somebody asked if we help with visit visas. No, we don't help with visit visas because there's no real value that a lawyer can add to a DS-160 visit visa request. Yodeling Hamster says, how long do I-90s take now? I think about 8 to 12 months. They're not fast. If anybody knows differently, let me know in the comments if you're seeing I-90s go faster than that. Green card with DUI, is it safe to travel? Hatem, I'm not answering travel questions anymore other than to say, if you're not a citizen, you shouldn't transfer. That's what I'm telling people. All right. Hello. Let me see who that is. Jay's on.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good. So I watched your video this morning about Paul's claims to citizenship, and I said I had to get on the show and ask you this question.
Oh, I'm glad. Did I say something wrong?
No. Great video. Very, very informative. But so I am a green card holder, and I was thinking about applying for citizenship, and can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I had a situation, let's say about a year ago. I was applying to open a bank account online, And to be a banker or to have a bank account at this specific bank, you have to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident.
Yeah.
And I was doing the application online, and it didn't work initially. So I called the customer service number, and they were able to open the account for me. But what I noticed at the end of the call was that the person never asked me what my country of citizenship was, or they never asked me if I was a U.S. citizen or not. So I thought that was weird. Something I just had a gut feeling to go and check after the call ended to just see, what was the outcome. And when I checked, they had me listed as a U.S. citizen. And so immediately I get on the chat and I say, like the chat with, I guess, the representative, and I'm like, hey, I'm not a U.S. citizen. I need you to correct this, and I need you to correct this ASAP. And I have the transcript of the chat, and they did it. It took about a day or two for them to change it over, but I have the transcripts with that. So I'm just wondering if that would affect me, because I never claimed to be a U.S. citizen, but I know they accidentally marked that. So I'm just wondering, what would I say on an N400 in that regard?
Have you ever made a representation that you were a U.S. citizen?
No.
Jay? No, that's the answer. You haven't.
So do I need to explain it in the N400 or?
Nope.
Okay.
I wouldn't even tell that story.
Okay, and then one more question. Just in regards to when I file the N400, or if I have to file any other forms like an AR11 or anything,
Yeah.
do I need to put NA on the blank boxes that I don't use?
No,
'Cause
that's
I know.
that's that
'cause
trick they tried last time. They're not doing that this time, not yet at least.
Okay, I just wanted to check on that, just to cover all my bases. So thank you so much.
Good luck, Jay. See you, buddy.
Thanks, bye.
All right, that was Jay. Let's go to Pablo.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Okay, so just to make a long story short, so I have a pending I-30, I-485, and I'm also on DACA. So I sent my applications with an attorney back in April, and then finally received my interview notice, which is in 2 weeks, September 8th. Now, I ran into an issue because my wife was pregnant during the time I sent those applications out. And so when my child was well, when my wife gave birth, they were transferring all my information from the previous child I had with her, right?
Yeah.
And they were going through it, and they said that I was born in California, which I am not. So I told them I wasn't born in California. They double checked, and I asked them, how did you come up with that situation from when I was never asked where my birth was, right? On the last, from the previous child. So they told me that they were going to give me an affidavit to go get it amended, and I still haven't received the amended birth certificate. And now I have an interview coming up in 2 weeks. What are my chances of me getting into like a shit show in that?
So how many kids do you have?
I have two with her
Okay.
and a stepdaughter.
Okay. So we're gonna call them Kid A and Kid B, right?
Okay.
So Kid B was born, and you went to go get Kid B's birth certificate from the hospital, and they looked you up in the old system. And so, does the birth certificate of A say that you were born in California, or B, or both?
Just A says that I was born in California, and that's the one I'm getting amended. And B says I was born in Mexico, because that's when we caught it at the hospital from B's child's birth of that day. Because
Yep.
I didn't know into that until my B child B was born, when they were transferring all the information, because it was in the same hospital.
When you filed your I-130 and 485 for and child A was obviously already here, did you include the birth certificate that said you were born in California?
Yes, and I
So they
yeah,
have
that's the one.
they have that already.
Yeah,
So it's like
so
a bell we can't unring.
yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I really wanted the other one, because as soon as I found out when my child B was born, I sent everything, the affidavit that the hospital put, and they put on there that it was a hospital error because I was never asked about my citizenship.
Mhm.
Even the clerk, they brought the clerk that did that, and she confirmed. I guess she recognized me. I'm not sure how that happened because it was years.
Because you're so handsome.
Tell that to my wife. She'll start cracking up right now.
Um, so, do you think that you can get the amended birth certificate before? Well, you have a copy of the affidavit that they
Yeah,
collected.
I did copies of everything when I sent it out, when they received it, copies of the what the hospital signed, the clerk signed, my sign, and then obviously I had to get notarized them as well. And while it's gonna be 5 months since I sent it out, and I still haven't got no answer. So that's why I'm like just on the wall right now. Just I don't know what to do.
So, I would tomorrow go to wherever you sent all that stuff to and start asking to see supervisor after supervisor until it's fixed.
Until it's fixed.
You got to get this done before your interview.
Okay, wow, that's gonna be in Sacramento. I live 2 or 3 hours away.
I think you got to schedule a day off work and go down and try to take care of this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So you're going to fix all this stuff, right? You're going to fix it all, and
Yeah.
you're going to bring it with you to your interview, but you're not going to bring it up unless somebody brings it up.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, because not even the attorneys seen it until I brought it up to their attention that it said CA on birthplace. They didn't even realize it either. And I'm hopeful that this is gonna be the same case, and that they don't bring it up. And then if in the future it is brought up, it's already fixed.
Right. I mean, the other thing you might want to do is just hire a family lawyer in Sacramento to go over and do it for you. If you
Okay.
think that would work, but you got to get this taken care of. I mean, you've done a good job so far, and I don't think this constitutes a false claim to citizenship. This is a hospital effing up, and you never told anyone you were born in California, so that's not a problem. Just real quick, when you entered the United States, did you have a visa?
No, I'm under DACA, so I was brought without inspection,
Did you get
and
an?
then fast forward to last year, I was approved on the advanced pro,
That's what
took
I was.
off, came back up, and months later, me and my wife decided to go start the process.
Bueno. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, yeah, I mean, you've got to say to yourself, I've got to get this taken care of before my interview, and whatever it takes, get it done.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
Bye, Pablo. See you, buddy.
Okay.
Yes, Robert, he did our favorite thing. He got advanced parole. That's our favorite thing. Robert likes that as much as I do. Feeling thankful. Well, we need some gratitude around here. What are you thankful for? Hello, feeling thankful. You're on mute. There you go.
Hello. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah. First and foremost, mileage just to come up to this show. But this is my first time on this show. My wife usually come to this show to take advice. Just to refresh your memory, it's not going to take much of a time. I arrived with my family. I arrived with my family into the US in January 2025, precisely January 18th. I came on an H-1B visa to work for one of the federal government agency. And I remembered before that, I already had an approved EB2 with a priority date of July 2023. I recall my wife came on the show to take an advice whether we can file an I-485 because we had already filed an immigration visa process in while I was coming from Korea, but I was not invited for interview. So I came into US on H-1B. By April, I was given a quit. I was laid off. So my wife also came to the show, and you were very magnanimous to assign one of your attorneys to us to advise us, Anthony Andrew precisely. So eventually, we did not know what to do between April and when our priority date will be current. But the good news was the fact that in June 2025, my priority date was current. And by June 1, we filed I-485 for the entire family. I think 5 of us, myself, my wife, and 3 children. And by God's grace, the I-485 was approved.
Oh, that's great.
So why am I here? I want to say thank you to you. I listened to your show a lot. Your advice was very helpful. Frankly speaking, the I-485 did not have any problem, except for the fact that one of my son's medical record was questioned because the physician missed something out, and that was sorted immediately. So I'm very grateful for your help. I'm very grateful for your support. It was a hard time. I don't have a job now, but my green card has been approved. The sad part is the fact that my EAD was never approved before the green card was approved. So I'd like to thank you very much for this community service you offer to people all over the world. It impacts a lot of people, and I'm very, very, very grateful. Maybe my wife wants to add something. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are grateful.
You're welcome. I remember when you called, you were really worried.
Yes, you offered a hope to us. You never imagined what you did for our family. You offered to give us an attorney to speak with us at no cost. At no cost. We are so grateful. We put our lives on the line, trusting the government. We picked up a job. My husband resigned from the university in Korea to pick up the job with a government agency, only for 3 months on the job, and we were laid off without anything. We were devastated, but we are thankful for that. We were able to speak with Attorney Andrew. He gave us all the options, and he gave us, he made us see hope that we could do this, we could do that, and we are very, very thankful. Please extend our appreciation to him. I'll write him because he magnanimously gave us his email address. We will give a feedback to say thank you.
Oh, that's
we
great.
are very grateful.
We'll play this clip for everyone at work tomorrow too. You guys made our day. Thanks so much for the call. That was great.
You're welcome.
Have a good day. Yeah.
And you too. Bye-bye.
Alejandro's tearing up. I'm tearing up too. That was great. That's the thing. Amani said it today. Green cards are still getting approved. People are still getting immigration benefits, even when it's tough, even when it's hard. And of course, my man, like lots of people, came to the United States, gave up opportunities elsewhere to come here, and then stupid Doge got rid of his job. But we're very happy for that family, and you could hear the relief in both their voices. So we're very, very happy for them. Huli, thanks for putting them through. I appreciate that. That's a great Sunday call. All right, Charles, hello.
Hi, Jim. Thanks again for your feedback earlier this week. We asked about should we take a lawyer to our interview, which is next week, and we did set it up, and they will be going with us.
Good.
I just had one other question, and just recapping quickly what the case is. My wife entered via tourist visa last November. It truly was bona fide, and we decided to spend the holidays together. And after all that time, we elected to actually just March. And so the question I have is, what is the worst case scenario with everything going on during the interview next week? If, for example, we don't get approved or something, is there a scenario that she doesn't go home from the interview?
No, I think the chances of that are low. I mean, that is technically on the table. They said that, she'd be able to get out on bond and everything, but they're talking about if green card cases get denied, that they might start putting people into removal, and we know that they are doing that in some cases. I don't think her case is the kind where they're targeting that, so I think the chances of that happening, based on what we're hearing right now, are very, very low. I would spend no time worrying about it. I would just spend time getting ready for my interview and focusing on winning.
Okay, thank you for that. We were just, getting the last minute nervousness, so we just wanted to check on all that stuff. So I appreciate it.
Keep reading the I-130 and I-45 questions to each other and just get ready.
And so, since her I-94 expired, the question of did I stay after, the answer is yes, not no.
No. Well, you mean, have you ever violated the terms of your non-immigrant visa, that one?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, no, that's a no, because you filed for the 45 before she was out of status, right?
Yes, we filed for it before she was out of status, and it was even received before she was out of status. Another person told us to say yes to that because she is out of status right now.
No, she's an adjustment of status applicant. She's not out of status.
Okay, we appreciate that.
Thanks for the call, Charles.
Thank
Keep
you.
us posted. Let us know how it goes, okay?
We'll do. Thank you so much.
Bye, buddy. All right, that was Charles calling back. He had a little follow-up question. Big Steel says, I remember when that wife called you Jim. That's awesome. Pat Stan. Hey, Pat Stan. How you doing?
Hey, Jim. How are you?
Good, buddy. Haven't heard from you in a while. How's everything? How's your wife?
No, she's doing good. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, Jim, quick question. So, I'm supposed to file my naturalization in March of I think, yes, March of next year, right? So, do you know any law that came out that says that we can file the citizenship 90 days earlier?
That's always been true. So you can apply for your citizenship 2 years, 9 months, and I would say 1 week after the start date on your green card.
Correct. Okay. So do you advise that? Because normally if I have to follow that, I have to file my citizenship 3 years on the dot. It brings me to May 20th of 2025.
Yeah.
So if I have to backdate it 90 days.
2026, you mean?
Yes, 2026, yes. May 20th, 2026.
So I would say March 1st.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Good. Thank you so much.
You don't ever want to cut it too close, you know?
Uh-huh. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you so much.
I can't believe you're applying for citizenship already. That's great. See you, bud. All right. All right. That was our friend. Oh, there he is. Waving hi. Hello. Hello. See you, Pat. Good to see you, buddy. Ha ha ha. That's our old friend, Pat. He used to be here all the time. All right. We're just clocking right through. It's funny. Our first two calls took a total of like 45 minutes. Now we're cranking. Annie's here. Hello. Annie, you're on mute. To quote my friend.
Oh my God.
What's up, Annie? Oh, now she's back on mute. Go out and smash it. Hello, Annie. Oh, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
But it keeps on going off. I don't know why it's doing that. But anyways, okay, I have my little question ready. So in January 2023, I lost my Jamaican husband's green card in Jamaica, and it was going to expire in January 23 anyways. So then I immediately applied. Can you hear me?
Yeah, was it a conditional green card or a 10-year green card?
10-year green card.
Okay.
So anyway, so we immediately applied for replacement lost card I-90, and after 6 rescheduled biometric appointments, and we were constantly contacting USCIS, where I got this letter in February this year said they're going to deny, and I have the deny letter right here in front of me. It's like
who rescheduled it, you or them?
They scheduled all the biometrics, but we couldn't get. Okay, let's say that part, because he didn't have a green card. They would not accept a copy or nothing. So I didn't know how to get him over here, without his green card. I didn't know how to do it.
Oh wait, so he was in Jamaica when he lost his green card,
and I was too. I'm the one that lost it in Jamaica. I lost his card.
Was he mad at you? Was he mad at you?
No, I took it to the bank, and I didn't even know it fell out the envelope. But anyway, I lost it, and I felt so bad. So I, like I said, immediately, applied, paid the money and everything. That's what I'm worried about right now. What happened to my application if they're denying me? And what happened to my money and all that? Because we still need to get him over here.
That's the least of your concerns. When did he leave the United States last?
2022.
He's been out of the United States for 3 years?
Yes, sir.
I think you're starting over, sister.
Really?
Yeah, dude. You can't be out of the United States for 3 years. That's not even.
But I mean, even though I did the application in 23 immediately, right when it, happened.
That's not even what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to the embassy and get a foil to come back to the United States so he could have entered and done it all.
See, I didn't know that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I even contacted the embassy. They haven't got back with me or nothing.
I think you had to file a new I-130 and start over.
I-130? Let me see. I-130.
He's abandoned in the United States.
And it's because it's been 3 years.
Long time. Yep.
And so because I contacted the embassy and they're just like taking their time, I contacted them, but I have never heard nothing from them.
Yeah. I mean, how many times did you contact them? Once?
I mean, once I did some kind of application.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, they're lazy and they don't want to work and they're glad to not have him here. So it takes a lot more effort than you guys put in so far. No offense.
Okay. So can you tell me what you just said about the 10-year? I mean, what's the difference in a 10-year and whatever the other one? Is there another kind? He had a 10-year card.
There's a conditional green card for people that have only been married 2 years. You just said it was about to expire. I just wanted to make sure. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter anymore. Now you have to file and you have to start all over and file a new immigrant visa petition for him, get USCIS to conclude that he's your husband and go. I mean, you're talking 2 years now to get him back here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't need a lawyer because to even get him over here, I had a lawyer. But that lawyer don't even work anymore. I mean, you don't have an office no more.
We can help.
So do I need a lawyer to do this I-30 business?
Yeah, because they think they're going to be confused. Hey, lady, why are you asking us for a new green card when we already gave him one? So yes, you do.
But your office not going to take it, right?
Yeah, we'll take it.
Oh, okay. All righty. Thank you.
Yeah, Julio, follow up. She's got you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Annie. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about getting the embassy to let a green card, I had a client once who lost his green card in Europe. His backpack got stolen, and my man, and this was before he was my client. I just did his nats, and maybe he was from Brazil. But anyway, he jumped up and down every day for, like, he wanted to get back before the 6 months, and he was down at that embassy 3 times a week, and he got his travel papers to come to the United States and get a new green card with like 3 days left. All right. Miriam is here. I think Miriam's back. Hi, Miriam.
Assalamu alaikum, Jim.
Walaikum salam.
How are you today?
I'm good. Didn't we just talk the other day?
No. This is your boy Omaru from Yuma.
Oh, hi. Oh, how you doing, brother? I
Good. Yes,
I knew I recognized that face.
Yes, that's my son.
How you doing, buddy? Walaikum salam.
Yeah, so I have great news, man. My family, they got their immigrant visas 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
Yes, so they will be here next week.
Awesome.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. That's great.
Well, yeah, so I have a few questions regarding that. For my kids, they're 11, 7, 3, and 2. So I'm guessing I don't need to pay the LS fee for them, right? Since they become citizens when they get here?
No, I think you do have to pay the LS fees because they have to enter as lawful permanent residents.
Okay, so I still need to pay the LS fee for them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. Then this is through the USCIS website, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's the process for applying for passports for them when they do get here?
Well, so remember, Amaru, I'm going to make a plug. You might have to do it one kid at a time because it's sort of expensive.
Right.
But you're a longtime viewer of the show. You've heard people call up and say, we never really nailed down that my kid got their citizenship with USCIS. And we did get him a passport, but then later on they got married to somebody back home in the old country. Right. And I wasn't able to bring him. So passports should be relatively easy, but I'm really going to beg you at least once a year for each kid to do a certificate of citizenship.
Yeah,
you got to nail that down.
Sure.
But I would do that and then do the passports. Then it's going to be really easy.
Okay. So you're saying do the N600 first?
Yeah.
Okay. Passports.
I mean, unless you think they're going to travel. But I think if you do the N600s, it's going to make their passport process easier.
Okay. Sounds good. And the final question, this is for my friend. Do you guys do NIWs?
Oh, yeah. Andrew does those. Sure.
Okay, cool. So I'll get him to reach out.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thanks, Jim.
All right. William Salam. That's our old friend Amar. I knew I recognized that kid's face because that's a cute kid. All right. Daniela's not connected, so I will kick her out. Samantha, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great. So just a quick question.
hopefully. So my husband came on a visitor's visa when he was 4 years old. He is a DACA recipient, and we are interested in applying for a marriage green card, but he recently has obtained a controlled substance case that was dropped.
Dropped?
Yes,
Like
it was dismissed.
by the prosecutor?
Yes, by the DA. He just did a community service for,
So
I believe, 8 hours.
That's not dropped.
No.
No, not in USCIS land. In state land, it is. What
Okay.
was the substance and what was the amount?
It was a THC pen in Houston, Texas.
Mm-hmm. How long have you guys been married?
We've been married 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
And you're just getting around now to his green card?
Exactly.
So that means you were married before the drug charge.
Yes.
And
It just happened a few months ago, the drug charge.
And you were married during the prior Trump administration. You still didn't get things moving.
Exactly.
That boggles my mind, sister.
I know. And he was here when, he came when he was 4 from Mexico. And we own a house, we have 2 kids, we own a successful business, but because things are going the way it is, we finally buckle down and are interested in getting this taken care of.
I guess the only other thing that could have gotten your attention faster is if Martians were picking up immigrants.
Yeah, we're almost there, pretty much.
Yeah, right. Different kind of aliens.
Yeah. So what's your advice on this type of case because of the controlled substance?
Well, number one, we need to make sure that the controlled substance charge doesn't make him inadmissible. That's the big problem.
Yes.
So you haven't filed an I-130. You don't have anything on file, right?
No, I reached out to your office, I believe Thursday. So I'm interested in either, connecting with your office or a different office, just trying to see what my odds are.
For sure. I'll look up your file here tonight or tomorrow morning, and I'll make sure that they follow up with you tomorrow. Julie, you got her? Hold on, Samantha. Yeah, she's got you. Yes. Julie, send me that contact record, and I'll follow up with Samantha.
Okay.
All right. See you. Thanks, Sam.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yep. Bye. All right, everybody. I think that's going to do it for today's show. I'm going to move things along, go see Imani, rescue her from the library, and then we're going to go watch Nora play some softball. I hope you guys all have a great night. If you're thinking about applying for an immigration benefit and you've waited 5 years, you really need to kick it into gear. So hopefully Samantha and her husband haven't waited too long and will be able to apply. We'll be back tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Central. 4:30 p.m. Central tomorrow. I had a nice time here in Boston. The weather's gorgeous. Now we'll go watch some softball, and we'll have a good night, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Big ups.
I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in the state of